Hello all and Happy New Year! I wanted to start the year off with an update video for what's going on with Hyp3rblue this year and to make an announcement. But first, I want to go over the highs and lows of last year. Let's start with a milestone that I hit. I uploaded my 500th video to YouTube back last January. Now I know that number doesn't necessarily sound impressive when, a lot of my videos are gameplay videos, but it's still an accomplishment for me. I've stuck with the channel for a while now and I'm kinda happy with that number. Either way though, my 500th video was my Darkseed deep dive. This is a video that I've wanted to do for a while now, and I wanted to make sure it had a special spot on my upload list. I've wanted to do this video for a long time for two reasons. The first is, I love both Darkseed games. They're so quirky and goofy that they honestly make me laugh and they keep me engaged. You never know what kind of crazy thing will happen next, I guess when you first play it anyway. The second reason is I believe that the story is compelling enough to warrant a video like this. There are so many possibilities as to what's going on in both games, and that's honestly fun to think about. Speaking of Darkseed though, one of the lows from last year was giving up on a 3-day-a-week upload schedule. My Let's Play of Darkseed 2 is kind of what broke this trend. If you couldn't tell, my Let's Play was a post-commentary video, as were most of the videos last year, but each video was so long that I just couldn't keep up with my own schedule. Double that with kids and everyone being sick for most of the year, and that was enough for me to go back to a 2-day-a-week schedule. Back to the positives though, I hit another awesome milestone last year. I uploaded my 100th Flash Bin. I honestly can't believe I'm still making Flash Bins at this point. And that's not because I don't like to make them, but it's just crazy to think that I've been making them for 6 years. I decided to go back to my roots for the 100th episode, and I played a ridiculous game series called Dared. It had bad graphics, a nonsensical story, and rock and roll. Honestly, it was perfect for the original intent of Flash Bin, which was to play bad Flash games. I've moved away from solely playing bad games to playing games I think are good, or would just be good to riff on. I'll continue that trend in the future, as well as pepper in some ridiculous bad games here and there as well. All that being said, let's talk about my plans for 2023 and get to my announcement. I quit! See you guys! No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually making a game. It's called Tales of Hyp3rblue: The Crimson Knight. It's a game that I'm hoping to release for the Game Boy, and I say hoping for reasons I'll get into later. I'd like to talk a little bit about the game now, and while I do, please enjoy some concept images and game images for what I have so far. Quick note, these images are subject to change as I continue to work on the game. So a little background on the development. I started this project back in 2021. I wanted to continue to work on it throughout the year in 2022, but my upload schedule honestly got out of control, which is another reason I scaled back. That said, my plan for 2023 is to get a demo of my game released and get as much done as I can. The demo will be released once I finish Chapter 1 and get some music and work some kinks out. Some more background on Tales of Hyp3rblue: The Crimson Knight. It's going to play like a JRPG that was inspired by older Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest games. The story is this. An unknown knight takes over Castle Hyp3rblue, captures the king, and begins to seize control of the kingdom. He quickly dispatches his army of noble knights to capture villagers. It's up to the player to help 4 unlikely heroes save the villages and the kingdom. Along the way, you'll face off against strange enemies and the Crimson Knight's army. I really hope you're excited for this, because I sure am. I've recently begun working on the game again. Thankfully, I finished all of this year's videos early enough to start creating music, working on the battle system, and planning out the story. Now I said I was trying to make a Game Boy game, and I'm trying to do that using GB Studio. GB Studio recently had an update that honestly really restricted a lot of what I'm trying to accomplish, but I am determined to make this work. If, for some reason, I absolutely can't use GB Studio, like if there's another restrictive update, then I may look to another program, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't want to leave you with just concept shots though, so please enjoy some video footage of the prologue. Again, before I start, I'm still working on the music and working out some kinks in the game, so the music you're about to hear isn't from the game itself. I hope you liked what you saw. I ended it the way that I did because, like I mentioned, I still have some kinks to work out of the battle system. Let's get back to my upload schedule though. I'm going to scale back a bit for 2023. Now don't worry, I'm still planning to upload on a regular basis, that is every Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday uploads will still be focused on gameplay footage, trailers, and game intros, so nothing's changing there. My major uploads, the ones normally uploaded on Friday, will probably be shorter videos for the time being. On top of that, I'm going to take off the entire month of January in terms of major uploads. I'm still going to post on both Wednesday and Friday, but all of the uploads will be gameplay related. So no flash bins, let's plays, game reviews, etc. Speaking of my major shows, Flashbin will be back, but will only focus on a single game as opposed to 2 games. I may do 2 games if the games I pick are short, but we'll see. I'm also going to re-upload some remastered videos since I noticed that older Flashbin episodes were missing audio due to YouTube. Hyp3rblue reviews will also return this year. I'm currently targeting 6 total. I'm thinking the first review will pop up mid-year, but nothing is set in stone yet. Speaking of reviews, I'm putting the CDI Spotlight on hiatus for now. I didn't really plan for this, but if I had to end a series, I think the Big Name Actors episode is a pretty good finale. That said, I do want to keep making videos for the CDI Spotlight, but I don't plan to continue that series until I get a digital video cartridge. I've got an eye on eBay, and unfortunately the prices keep climbing up. If I can grab one of those, then you can expect another 10 to 15 videos. They won't all be about the DVC-related FMV games, but I'd like to open up the possibilities to my entire library. Now, as odd as this sounds, I do want to do another 31 mini reviews for Hyper Halloween this year. I have most of the reviews already written, and that's typically the hardest part, so I don't think this should be an issue, but we'll see. The format of Hyper Halloween episodes will probably be a little different from last year, but I'll get more into that around October. I'm also planning to make Let's Plays to help fill in the gaps as well. Again, it all depends on how far I get on the game. So expect some Let's Plays and to see some crafting corners and horror tales from around the net as well. I'm also not sure if I'm going to continue the top list series. I'm honestly not a fan of making those types of videos. I had my big list at the end of last month and, well, that might be it for now. I do have some ideas for more, but we'll see. Only time will tell. One thing I'm definitely going to do is post update videos on my progress for Tales of Hyperia. Those videos will range from soundtrack videos to showcasing gameplay to developers' logs. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. That being said, I'm looking forward to a great 2023. Stay tuned for more of your favorite content as well as updates to Tales of Hyperia. As always, thank you for watching.